Good morning and welcome. Gabe DeArmond here, the publisher of PowerMizzou.com. In just a few minutes, we are going to be going live to Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Pine Bluff High School, where four-star wide receiver Courtney Crutchfield, the number 3 player in the state of Arkansas, number 43 receiver in the country, according to Rivals.com, is set to make a decision. Going to give you a quick look at the scene in Pine Bluff. There you see LSU, Mizzou, Arkansas, and Auburn on the table. Courtney will be at that table momentarily. It's supposed to happen about 10 o'clock. He'll start his announcement, and we will bring that shot up live and follow along with Courtney when it is time. Wanted to set the stage for you guys and kind of quickly break some other news. I assume if you're online, you have seen it just minutes ago. Oklahoma offensive line transfer Caden Green has committed to transfer to the University of Missouri. He is a sophomore, played 568 snaps at left guard for the Tigers last year. He was a 4-star kid, number 61 player in the country, out of Lee Summit North High School a year ago, class of 2022, signed with Oklahoma over Missouri, Nebraska, and frankly, a whole bunch of others. Caden had offers from all over the place. Hit the portal, said he was going to hit the portal last week, officially hit the portal this week, visited Oregon, visited Missouri, visited Oregon Friday and part of Saturday, flew home to Lee Summit, visited Missouri for 8 to 10 hours on Sunday, made his decision official just about 5 minutes ago in a tweet, a graphic from Hayes Fawcett, was retweeted by Caden Green, retweeted by Eli Drinkwitz. So fairly comfortable. This is official and all that. We've got a story up on Power Mizzou. He's the number 8 overall prospect in the Rivals.com transfer portal rankings. So is that the start of a really successful hour here for the University of Missouri and Eli Drinkwitz? Certainly want to welcome in anybody else that is watching, any fans of other schools. Got a lot of Missouri fans on here. I know we've got some Arkansas fans on here too. As we can see from the comments, if you guys want to comment, questions, all that, we got already about 700 people on here. Anticipate already about 750 people on here. Anticipate that's going to grow. Again, when Courtney sits down at the table, when things start rolling in Pine Bluff, we are going to take you there, just let you watch. Again, I'm gonna pull this shot up. This is the scene here. LSU, Arkansas, Auburn, and Missouri, the 4 choices at Pine Bluff High School. We anticipate that is going to be either Arkansas or Missouri, to be quite honest. Auburn and LSU don't seem to be as serious contenders for Crutchfield. For those who look, if you're watching, I think you probably know who he is. If not, he is a 5.8 4-star wide receiver. Again, Pine Bluff High School. He has 18 offers, at least as we have them listed. Took an official visit to Missouri this weekend. He has visited Arkansas numerous times, was actually committed to Arkansas until November 4th, which is just a little over a month ago. Among his other offers, I'll just run down the list here. Auburn, LSU, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Houston, Iowa State, Jackson State, Kansas State, Memphis, Michigan State, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M, UNLV, Vanderbilt, and West Virginia. So a long offer list for Courtney Crutchfield. And so hoping that in the next few minutes, it's 9:59. The idea is this is going to start at 10. We will see if that is going to happen or not. But it will get going shortly. I have filled plenty of time on things like this before. I have filled well over half an hour on announcements. So you just get to listen to me talk, and I will answer your questions until we get Courtney Crutchfield at the table. Also worth noting, Austin Dendy is another player at Pine Bluff. He is a 3-star athlete at Pine Bluff High School. He is already committed to Missouri. He is expected to sign tomorrow with Mizzou. Also took his official visit this past weekend to Missouri. There's a third player at their high school named Charleston Collins, a defensive lineman who is committed to the University of Arkansas. Missouri got Jordan Harris, a tight end, out of this same high school a year ago. So that's what we've got. You are looking at the setup there. I've got it on mute right now, but just want you guys to be able to see what's going on. When Courtney starts to talk, I will mute myself, take myself out of this, bring up the scene at Pine Bluff High School full screen so you guys can follow along with it. And again, if you missed this just shortly, and I appreciate that this happened before we started, Caden Green announced his commitment, his decision to transfer to the University of Missouri. He is Missouri's third transfer commitment, joins Clemson cornerback Toriano Pride, Georgia State running back Marcus Carroll. Certainly more portal news could be on the way for Missouri at, whenever announcements are made throughout the week, month, time leading up. Tomorrow is National Signing Day. Missouri hoping to add four-star wide receiver Courtney Crutchfield to this list. So they've got, I think it's 18 commitments right now. I don't have Missouri's commitment list up, but you can see people kind of starting to mill around at Pine Bluff. It looks like we ought to be going relatively soon. They've got the table set up, and when this does happen, we will bring that up full screen. We're at least getting chairs moved. So this is progress. Again, if you've got comments, questions, other than, hey, Mizzou, Arkansas, and the normal ridiculous comments that accompany our live streams, feel free to add them. Want to say that, hey, we've got a name you guys might recognize in the chat. Missouri Tiger Ennis Rakestraw watching the live streams. So, Ennis, appreciate you adding to the numbers here. We're up to 1,300 people on the stream. Hopefully we can continue to bump that up. Neither one of those people you are looking at right now is obviously Courtney Crutchfield. He will be here relatively soon, we assume. And again, his teammate Austin Dendy is there. We've got somebody that is planning to talk to both those kids, and we'll have some information for Missouri fans later on both of those kids. We are simply burning time until we are ready for the announcement. Those of you who are veterans of this know how this goes. Fortunately, I talk a lot and don't mind the sound of my own voice, so we're just going to fill time. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about until we do get Courtney Crutchfield at the table. Let me see if we have I want to be clear. Driving Columbia to Pine Bluff has got to be a good thing. I am not in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I am in my office in my house in Columbia, Missouri. Want to thank Braden Botts for helping us out down in Arkansas and being our freelancer today, setting up the camera, setting up the shot, and covering the proceedings at Pine Bluff High School. So let's be clear. I'm here in Columbia. I did not make the trip to Pine Bluff. I just simply made the arrangements. Hogbeat says, what if Crutchfield picked Arkansas? We'll see if that happens, right? This is the drama of these announcements. Look, the last one we did, it was a surprise at the last minute. Leading into this, the feeling certainly seems to be that Missouri is the favorite, but nothing is official until these kids say it out loud. And especially in this day and age, you see a lot more late changes, late switches, late things go on in recruitments than I think we probably ever have. So, it is not out of the question that he picks Arkansas. He was committed to Arkansas all the way up until November 4th, opened things up, took an official visit to Missouri. He's got Auburn and LSU also with his Final Four, as you can see with the hat with the signs on the table. Everybody does it a little different. Those are signs. It looks like Courtney is making his way back there. It's about 10:05. I think that was him that just walked through the screen. Not 100% sure, but We will see. 3 chairs there at the table, and we'll get going when we get going. I'm scrolling through all your all's comments, and how many hours of sleep will I get this week? More starting Saturday. We'll just say that. So, any word on Chris McClellan? No word on Chris McClellan, guys. Defensive tackle from Oklahoma. Looking at OU, looking at Missouri, looking, I think maybe at Arkansas a little bit. I've heard that. Looking at Colorado, don't know where that stands right now as far as when he is ready to make an announcement. He's not going to Arkansas, is he? That's why we're here, Thatcher. We're here to find out exactly where he's going, right? And he will let us know shortly exactly where that is going to happen. Jared Neff asking about a Flipmas post. I don't know if there's been one. I've been on here for a while, so I don't know if I've missed something. If I have, feel free to fill me in. But I don't anticipate flips heading into National Signing Day. Missouri's got, again, I think it's the 18 kids they've got. If they get Courtney Crutchfield here in the next little bit, that obviously will be 19. Waiting on a signing day announcement from Jaron Sensabaugh, a defensive back who's down to, we believe, Missouri and Tennessee. Will be announced. He will announce tomorrow where he is going to school. The one situation we're not sure of, Jamarian Burnett is a running back who, a lot of signs have pointed to Missouri lately. Missouri gets Kawan Lacey, a running back from Texas, and things have seemed to maybe stall just a little bit on the Jamarian Burnett front. So we'll see where that goes tomorrow. And then Trajan Greco, a defensive back from Georgia. I think we have him as an athlete, but most likely a defensive back from Georgia, is going to announce at the Army All-American game on January 6th. Lenny, appreciate the super chat. I can promise, as I always do, because of the bizarre questions I get here, that I will remain fully clothed during the entirety of this live stream, but always appreciate the super chat. Anybody that wants to pitch in, hey, it makes it a little easier for us to do things like this and to get people like Braden helping us out. Certainly taking time out of his day and navigating his way around some traffic issues down between Little Rock and Pine Bluff on his way this morning. I'm going to take that off the screen for now. You guys have seen enough people wander through. Again, when Courtney sits down at the table, when we start to have things happen in Pine Bluff, we will get back to I'll bring that up full screen and let you guys watch and listen in. Nearing 2,000 people. Hope we get up over that by the time Courtney is ready to announce. Things were supposed to start at 10. We're sitting here at 10:08. That is okay. We are certainly used to that by now. Let's see. What would landing Caden and Crutchfield do to the rankings? I have not looked at the rankings since Caden Green announced to Missouri, which was now, I think, 15 minutes ago. I'm sure that improves Missouri's transfer portal ranking. The overall class ranking, I believe, is at 33 right now, before Caden Green and before Courtney Crutchfield makes his decision. Getting those two, I think, would probably take this up into an overall top 30 class when you're talking portal rankings combined with high school rankings. We do have we have them separated. We have traditional recruiting team rankings, which is high school and junior college kids. We now have portal rankings separate. And then we have a combined ranking of the two. I think Missouri's at 33 as of this morning in that combined ranking. Obviously, Caden Green's going to help that. Obviously, Courtney Crutchfield would help that. 4-star receiver set to announce at some point. Appreciate Big Tiki with the super chat and the sticker. Again, guys, if you really want to make sure your comment gets on the screen, as long as it is clean, we will put all super chats up there. And we never ask for it, but always appreciate those of you who choose to help us out and do it a little bit. Tucker is asking how confident I am that Courtney's about to commit to Missouri. Look, that's the feeling. Like I said, I have been doing this long enough that I know you do not make promises until kids say things out loud. I have seen commitment ceremonies that went a different way than we expected. And I've seen commitment ceremonies where the kid went up there and he actually had committed to both schools, and then he just picked one when he got up there. So we do not know what Courtney Crutchfield is going to do until Courtney tells everybody what he is going to do, and we will see how that goes. Wickerman asking if transfers factor into recruiting rankings. Again, they do now. Didn't used to, but they do now. We have the portal is such a big part of college football recruiting now that you absolutely have to have that be factored in to class rankings. Yingling Mike hanging out from the Virgin Islands. Mike, I appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate our friends at Yingling who help us out with various things. Personally, if I were you, I would probably just be on the beach and see what pops up on the website or what we tweet out. But completely appreciate you being here. Maybe I should have sent you the StreamYard link. You could give us a nice ocean view and we could see what's going on in the Virgin Islands while we wait for this ceremony to begin. Blake Holiday saying Crutchfield committed. I thought that's what we'll see. That's what we are waiting for. Woodswater and Mizzou asking for an update on the Georgia linebacker that was on a visit last week. That is Darius Smith. We don't anticipate hearing anything out of Darius Smith in the immediate future. Certainly, later this week could make an announcement. We don't really know who else is pursuing him. Not sure if Darius took any other visits. He was at Missouri last weekend, so they're in seems like good shape there. But Darius has not said anything publicly really since he entered the transfer portal. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of comments. Everybody happy to see Ennis Rakestraw here. Agree with that. Don't know if Ennis is still hanging out. Not sure what the bowl practice schedule is. But appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys being here. We're up to 2,200 people. And again, guys, I don't know. We're here till it starts. And after that hits, right? If this is just me talking for the next 30 minutes, like y'all going to be incredibly bored. I'm going to run out of things to say, but we will do that if we need to. Ryan is asking if it's possible that Missouri flips Wingo. We've had no indication that Missouri is really even pursuing Ryan Wingo at this point. And that's why today is a bigger deal for Missouri. Courtney Crutchfield's a wide receiver. I've seen people from Arkansas who have seen him play say, one of the better wide receivers they've seen around there in a long time. So, no, Missouri not going to go try to, if they get Courtney Crutchfield today, they're good. They're not going to go try to flip Ryan Wingo. So, they will be happy with Courtney Crutchfield and James Madison as a wide receiver class. They've got, obviously, Luther Burden coming back. I think Theo Weiss is probably coming back at this point. Mookie Cooper is eligible to come back. Mekhi Miller, Josh Manning, Daniel Blood, Marquise Johnson. They get a lot of guys. None of those guys would be seniors next year, except, of course, Weiss and Mookie. And then, hey, Luther isn't a senior, but nobody anticipates Luther is playing more than 3 years of college football. So Ryan Wingo, look, he's going to sign with Texas tomorrow. The drama will be over. NY asking, the drama's been over for a while, if we're honest. Any insights into the Caden Green pursuit? Look, I said at the start when Caden hit the portal that, Missouri was what made the most sense. He visited Oregon, and it's always good to have a couple visits, right? You want to make sure you're not missing anything. You want to get the pitches from a couple different places. We all know in this day and age, that certainly includes NIL and all that. But most people at least want to take a look. But most big time kids also go into the portal with, if they don't know where they're going, it's a very short list. For Caden Green, I think it was clearly a very short list of Oregon and Missouri. There might have been a little bit of Colorado and Nebraska involvement, but it seemed like Oregon and Missouri were the two choices from the beginning. Oregon kind of picked up a little smoke. There was some talk that, with Dylan Gabriel out there and Dan Lanning's connections to Kansas City and the NIL ability that Oregon certainly has, there was some early buzz there. I always thought an hour and a half from home with Williams Winery and Armand Mimbo here in Columbia, it just made too much sense. Missouri was very close to landing him last year. He always was probably going to Oklahoma last year, but Missouri gave him a lot to think about on his official visit. I think pretty comfortable saying Missouri finished second last year for Caden out of high school. So when he entered the portal, it seemed pretty obvious to me that Missouri was what made the most sense. A lot of movement down here in Pine Bluff. We can show you, I was going to show you some little girl dancing, but she has since left the screen. Still nobody at the table. We will get to it when they get to it. It does look like people are moving around and checking things out, but no action at this point at the Crutchfield announcement. When there is, we will inform you. Let's see, a lot of the same questions here. Let's see. What do you know about the Ohio State quarterback? I love how these just turn into, hey, ask questions about anything, right? But that's fine. We got time. I know very little about Devin Brown, Ohio State's quarterback. I think he threw 22 passes this year, somewhere in that range. So that is, I don't know much about him. Kyle McCord has transferred to Syracuse. Ohio State has a backup. Tobacco, I will not be at the Cotton Bowl. Gerard Hamilton will be there for us. I will be manning things here in Columbia. We will do live shows every day. Gerard will have full coverage from Dallas. But I am not going to be personally in attendance. Multiple reasons for that. I've been to 2 Cotton Bowls, and also my son will be home only for those for the 7 days between Christmas and New Year's from school, and I would miss 5 of them if I went to Dallas. So as long as we have Gerard on the ground and I will be running things from here, we will have full coverage all week long from Dallas. I got another super chat here. Appreciate it. Andrew Kessel throwing a little green our way in honor maybe of the Caden Green commitment. Again, if you somehow guys missed that about 25 minutes ago, Oklahoma transfer Caden Green announcing he was going to transfer to Missouri. Mizzou fans on here, hopeful that he will be teammates with Courtney Crutchfield. Just hit the 2,500 mark on viewers, so appreciate it, guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out here. I'm waiting just like you guys are. As soon as we have things going, we will bring that up full screen and we will unmute the microphone in Pine Bluff so you can follow along with what is happening. Thanks again to Braden Botts down in Pine Bluff for going to the ceremony and stringing this for us. Braden assured me that his phone battery was fully charged. So however long this takes, it takes, and we will get there. Let me see. Expected early enrollees for Missouri, Eric is asking. Let me, we had that list in a story this morning. Let me find it for you, and I will read through those early enrollees. I think I can get that done before we get an announcement. Early enrollees on Missouri's commitment list: quarterback Aiden Glover, linebacker Brian Huff, another Arkansas kid, by the way, cornerback Cameron Keys, offensive lineman Talon Chandler, Ryan Justice, Caleb Pyfrom, and Javen Richardson. So 4 offensive linemen, quarterback, linebacker, and a corner. 7 of Missouri's current 18 commitments plan to enroll at semester. Not sure if Courtney Crutchfield also falls into that category, wherever he goes to school. Again, Mizzou, Arkansas, the expected finalists. LSU and Auburn signs also on the table. I'm going to see if we have an update on kind of a time frame on when we're going to get going. Got a message out to somebody in the room. try to update you guys on when things are going to start happening. But until then, we're just hanging out here, guys. 2,500 of you been here for 25 minutes, and that's much appreciated. Again, I'm sure you're getting incredibly bored of listening to me talk, but you have no other real options at this point. I mean, you do. You could log off. We hope you don't do that. But if you're gonna hang around until Courtney Crutchfield goes, then we are going to we're gonna have to wait. So apparently they are getting started now. I need to Braden, I don't know if you can hear me. If you can kind of zoom over and get the Austin Dendy thing, if you can move the camera, that would be great. I'm also going to shoot a message. Okay, so I think Austin Dendy is doing kind of a ceremonial signing with the Missouri right now. Hopefully, we can see that. We'll see. Again, I wasn't 100% sure how these proceedings were going to go in Pine Bluff. We're just waiting to see what is going to happen down here. Hang on just a minute, guys. Okay, so yeah, just trying to wait for Courtney Crutchfield, but also I believe Austin Dendy. I don't know if it's started yet. Obviously, if we get a shot, okay, we've got what we've got here. There is Austin Dendy. He is going to go first. He is signing with Missouri. Here he is. So as soon as he sits down, I'm going to unmute him and let him make his announcement and do his thing, signing with the University of Missouri. So I'll let you guys listen in Pine Bluff.
Got two people. I would love for everybody to have their hands on him, because the thing I look at is every kid is a blank canvas, right? So what happens is they get painted on that canvas a little bit at a time by everybody, by the teacher, by the little league coach, by everyone. And everybody painted that canvas, and now that's what you have today, right? All right, so now, unfortunately, everybody can't talk. So I'm going to bring up two people to talk about this young man right here. The first person, we're going to let him talk. His name is Omar Allen. Omar! Woo! Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Omar Allen. I used to be a former youth football president. Guys, I want them to stand with me. They also are former youth football president, Mr. Crumpton and Mr. Fisher. Speak up. About 5 or 6 years. Well, first off, I've been knowing Austin ever since he was born. Me and his mom used to work and Allied teams together. And they first started off with all talent. My oldest son, Nicholas, he probably was one of the meanest football players to be so skinny. I used to tell my kids when I was coaching, don't run this way because he's going to hit you. Then Lamar came. I tried to recruit Lamar before they went, when they was in Arm Chapel, but I couldn't get it to come. Then Austin come. By that time Austin came, I was one of the commissioners, later youth president. And Austin, he played for the Little Agents. See his Little Agents jacket, his black jersey, right. Gold jersey, black jacket. I also played for the Little Agents. He played for the best program, youth football program in Pine Bluff. All down. All right. Austin, at 4 or 5 years old, he was very dominant on the football field. Right. Every year, he was probably the most fierce kid on the field. Like how he did at Pine 5, Coach Williams probably didn't get a chance to see him at that age, but he played everything. Quarterback, linebacker, safety, running back. It was Austin all day, all night. That's what you had. He always been a team leader. He always had a quiet demeanor, but he was also a quiet assassin. This is a great day for Austin. We're proud of it. I'm a Pine Bluff secret just like Austin. I'm glad you're on your way to the next level and make a play.
All right, so this next person that's coming to talk, he directly coached Austin. He basically crowned Austin as the best player he's ever coached, just like I did too. Coach Stephen Hurd.
All right, good morning. Good morning. All right. Hey, here's a few things I can say about Austin. I've only been here 2 years. It's my second year here. It's my second year. I've only been here 2 years. But one thing I've always said about Austin is he's different. When you see him playing, he's different from everybody else. You can spot him immediately. And I always had this running joke with Austin, and I always said, them all-time boys are just different. And when you see one, you already know. And you can tell between all-time and everybody else. They're just different. Every one of them that I've met. But hey, this kid came in, he didn't know me, I didn't know him, but he did every single thing that I asked him to do, without question. He didn't say why I'm doing it. He didn't ask me, I should be doing this. He didn't give his opinion. Only thing he do, all right, coach, and walk off. And he made it happen. In the game, everybody's not perfect. Sometimes we mess up. He messed up, he comes back to the sideline. Before I say anything to him, coach, I got it. Keep walking. He take me out of my zone before I even get there. And that's what I love about it. This kid will give you anything that he's got. Just we walked in here, I said, man, I like that jacket. He said, you want it? I said, yeah. He took it off his back and he gave it to me. That's the type of person this guy is. Not only he's a good football player, he's a great person. And I give that, and that's a testament to his family, because from day one, him and his family, they have been his biggest supporters. More than the coach, they're always there. His brother, his mother, all his nieces, nephews, all of them have been there with Austin. And I think, hey, you keep that in mind. Wherever you go, you got your support system, you got your family, you got your zebra family, you're going to make it. All right? All right.
All right, so I'm gonna actually do one more. All right, I'm gonna do one more because this is I know she might not want to come back up here, but this is a beloved child of hers, Miss Tony. Loves us all, and both of them actually. That's all she talk about.
But this is what I want to say about Austin. First of all, I love you, Austin. And we all love you, and we're very proud of you. And when I see you, I want you to know this. I love you the same way. And this mic stop here.
Check.
I want you to know that I love you the same way that I love Freddie Mae and Vernell's. And those are my birth children. And you are one of my school sons. And I have a lot of school sons and a lot of school daughters. And I want you to be successful. And in order to be successful, this is just who I am, a little churchy. You got to stay true to number one, and that's to Christ and to God, and to do the right things. Secondly, stay true to the teachings from your mom and your family, and just know that we love you here at Pine Bluff High School. I didn't know you were from All-Timer, but I knew you were always a little bit different. Even my son and daughter say Austin a little bit different. They say Austin don't care who's in the way, he's going to go knock them down. So that I really admire about you. You are fierce, you're tenacious. And I remember last year you and your mom came and you were concerned about a couple things. And I said, you're going to be all right. And we're going to make sure that you're taken care of, because we are to take care of the people that we are entrusted to. You have worked so hard for the Pine Bluff School District. You are a great student, and God give us all something to work with. Some people, he make them beautiful, they're models. Some people, they just so academically inclined. I want you to know that the gift that you have been given, that it came from God. And now it is your responsibility to continue to nurture it, to take care of it, to not put drugs and alcohol in that temple, but to give it back to him and continue to do what you're doing because he gave you that God-given talents and ability. And we're so proud of you for that. And we love you, Austin. And we'll do anything to make sure you're successful.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Ms. Thompson. All right, so now, the next person you'll hear from with his remarks is Austin Dendy.
Hey, everybody. Hey, first off, I want to thank God. I want to thank my mom. She always there. She's my biggest fan. I want to thank my brother for putting me out there, my niece, my nephew, and all y'all, and my church family. Yeah. And go big. But yeah, y'all see it. Y'all see what I'm going. So I'm from sign this paper for y'all. Love y'all.
Even though I don't really care about him thanking me because this boy hugs me every day, so I already know how he feels. So I ain't worried about that. You don't have to thank me. I'm glad that you are the type of person that you are. Now it's that time.
That time.
Time to sign with Missouri. Right.
So right now, Austin Dendy is signing his paperwork with the University of Missouri. I'm sure that won't actually be sent in till tomorrow because that's how these things work. National Signing Day, National Signing Period starts tomorrow, runs through Friday, Wednesday through Friday. So Austin has been committed to Missouri for a little while. I can tell you exactly when. He committed to Missouri on September 30th, took his official visit last weekend, has remained committed to Missouri that entire time. Hasn't really been any drama. Again, he is a 3-star athlete, number 10 player in the state of Arkansas. I would guess defensive back for Austin at Missouri, but certainly can play a number of places. So not a surprise that Austin is signing with Missouri. We knew that was the plan all along, but certainly confirmation and a celebration at Pine Bluff for these kids. Courtney Crutchfield is the one that we don't yet know. Should know. I'm assuming here in a few minutes, as we near 3,000 people watching. If the Crutchfield deal goes the same way as Austin Dendy's did, a couple people probably talk about Courtney and what kind of player he is, and then he will sit down at the table and reveal his choice to you and me and everyone else who is watching right now. Just hit number 3,000. Appreciate that, guys. So again, here is the table where Courtney Crutchfield will do his thing, and want to thank Braden Botts for doing a really nice job down there. And giving you guys a look at everything and sticking with this. He's been streaming live here for about 40 minutes, and really appreciate the effort he has put in, not only to getting there, but into doing the work down there and getting the shots of everything going on. Again, Austin Dendy just signed. Courtney Crutchfield, assuming soon. Let's see if we can listen in on what might be happening down there.
So much care on the youth football, because without youth football in this community, it's going to tear up a lot of kids. If we can make sure we get the strong youth football community back, I promise you're going to get more Courtneys and more Austins and a lot of kids, right? So he played for the West Side Tigers, so I already too close to him off top. All right, so I always mess with him about I'm the best all-time West Side Tigers ever. I told him I won 3 Super Bowls in a row. He's just still the great. But then found out he wore my high school football number.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2. And I was like, I'm the best football number 2 that ever came through here. He said, no, you're not, coach. I said, well, I tell you what, if you come and do what you're supposed to do, I promise you, I tell you that you surpass me. And today he has surpassed me. Coming out, Courtney Crutchfield. With his mother, Danielle, his father, Courtney, and his stepdad, Cedric. Yep. All right. All right, so now you notice that Courtney don't have any jersey up there. He has 4 cards. So it's a decision day for him. He has to make a decision on what he's gonna do and what he's gonna do. All right. But before we get to that part, there's a couple of people that I'm gonna bring up to talk about Courtney. All right. One of the first people that come to my mind because he's been with Courtney the whole time, and he's my assistant head coach, Coach Tyrone Jones. Good morning. All right. I didn't know I was coming up and speak about it, but I'm glad I am because I've been with them ever since they was in junior high, and we knew we had something special with both of them. So we moved them up as 9th graders, and they played as 9th graders. What you don't know is that Austin got hurt, and I got to go with him. He got hurt early on, and he worked his way right on back through there.
That's right.
Courtney has never been injured that I know. He is just a phenomenal athlete, and I think we all know that. I'm gonna say all the good things about him. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing bad about it, okay? But I was fortunate to be here with these 2 athletes. And if you're from Pine Bluff like I am, I've been here 24 years coaching football. We've always had great athletes.
That's right.
So I have to say that these 2 guys are very special.
Yes.
Very special.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see how y'all are celebrating. I mean, I'm really proud of that. Good thing. They're mature. They're ready for the world. They're going to shock the world. They really are. Wherever they're going, I know where one is going. I don't know what the other one's doing. You want to tell me something. But they're going to shock the world. You have my word on that. And you will be seeing them on Sunday.
There you go.
So on a special note from me, I'm proud of you. I'm like Miss Thompson, I love you. It's a harsh love, you know that. That's the kind of coach I am, but I love you to death. And I'm proud that y'all allowed me to coach. Okay? So great thing to you, okay? And I'm gonna shut up right there because I know y'all ain't coming to hear me. All right, so Coach Dixon was actually, he's still stuck in traffic. I just talked to him. But it is somebody else that directly worked with Courtney over the last 4 years. He was my offensive coordinator for the last couple of years. And I want him to come up and say a couple of words. He ain't much of a talker, but I think he can find some words. Coach Ryan Stinson.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney had 1,300 yards receiving this year. We should be giving him some stuff.
Yeah, take some new things, Coach.
Thank you. I want to say a few words about Courtney and Austin. And it's been a pleasure being, as far as an offensive coordinator. One thing you can ask for is guys that can make plays. And I had no problem trying to figure out ways to get those 2 the ball. It was great. I love it. You know, if we needed something, get it to Austin. If we needed a touchdown, get it to Courtney. Okay? So as far as character guys, 2 of the best I've ever coached. Character guys, love to practice, love to work hard, love to put the ball in the end zone. Their future is going to be very bright because they work hard, They do what you ask them to do. And hey, when the time the lights come on, they make the plays. I always say, you want to win, do what? Put Dendy in. All right? Courtney, I love you, man. Hope you make the right decision. Family, stick behind me, stay with me. I also told both of them guys a couple years ago what y'all was gonna do in basketball. Win the state championship. Stick with it. And guess what happened? They won the state championship. Man, it's been a pleasure. Austin's family, love y'all too. Take care of them. You'll be all right. It's been a pleasure coaching these two guys. I wouldn't trade it for the world. We had a great season this year, and those two guys were part of the reason. Hey, go to college, do great things, have a great future. Love you, go Jesus. All right, the last person that needs to come speak because she called me every morning almost about this kid and making sure he's doing what he's supposed to do. Miss Thompson.
Courtney, we love you. We want you to be successful. And I do call Coach Williams a lot because when people are in your care, your job is to usher them and make sure that they are successful. Not just our guys out here on this floor, but all of you all. And I think sometimes we get it twisted. We don't take care of our special gifts. And when you have a special gift, you need to take care of it. We are very proud of you. We thank your parents for allowing you to come to Pine Bluff High School, for working with us. We thank you for being respectful. Everything I ever asked you to do, you did it without saying anything back. You just did it. And Coach Williams, I know today ain't your day, but you're coming here and what you did for us in football enabled us to have a better Pine Bluff High School. You made leaders out of the football team. Y'all came out of ISS and D Hall and off the suspension list, and you got on the honor roll list and you started doing great things. And that y'all can count for that. And that helped to turn Pine Bluff High School around. So I love you. And I'm gonna tell you, just like I told Austin, I love you just like I love VJ and Freddie Mae. And look at me now. I watch people. You got something real special. I look at your legs in a good way. How you build, I look at your arms and you're tall. God gave you that. And it is your responsibility to God to take care of your body, not to put drugs and alcohol in it, and to do the right things. And I do look forward to seeing you all play on Sunday, both of you.
I really appreciate that, Miss Thompson. All right. All right, Courtney.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. No blocking, no blocking.
All right, here we go, guys. It's decision time for Courtney. Let's see what Courtney's going to decide.
Look at it on Instagram.
What you saying? LSU, yeah, let's go. UACB, let's go. Let's go, LSU, let's go.
Mama, let me get that bag.
Oh, Lord. Oh, oh, watch out! Watch out!
So, I'm done. Me and my family came to a conclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the next 4 years,
Oh,
Out of 10.
All right. Do it. Do it. Do it.
The University of Missouri. Let's do it, too.
So there you have it. 4-star wide receiver, Courtney Crutchfield, a University of Missouri commit, along with his teammate Austin Dendy. I'm going to let you listen back in for a minute.
First and foremost, I just want to thank God for giving me this talent and this gift that I have to proceed on the next level. I want to thank my mama for being there every second when I need her. I want to thank my stepdad for coming through when I need him. You know, my real dad right here, he know what it is for sure. I want to thank my family right there. I love y'all. Hey, big brothers. Yeah, I want to thank all the girls up there. Y'all know what's up. I want to thank Palm Bluff School District and all the coaching staff for pushing me every day to go hard and practice in order to get to this next level. And I want to thank the community for putting everything they had behind me, trusting in me to go do big things on the next level.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Courtney Crutchfield, Missouri Tiger commitment, joining Caden Green, who committed about an hour ago now from the University of Oklahoma. Austin Dendy, his high school teammate, also headed to Mizzou. So big day, big hour for the University of Missouri. Appreciate it, guys. We got up over 4,000 people. Thanks for everybody hanging out here. Much thanks to Braden Botts for shooting it for us down there. We're going to have more from Courtney Crutchfield and Austin Dendy later on in the day on PowerMizzou.com. Thanks for hanging out. More stuff to do. See you next time.